Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail, and we are going to be doing another episode of Faster Than Light, where last time we crashed and burned on the Kestrel, or actually as I had named it, the Crestal, because it's what I used to call it, early. And that was just to be kind of a throwback, hey, it's episode 50, let's do something special. But now we're going to go back to, yawn, so boring, trying to beat the game with ships I have not beaten it with. So today we're going to be trying to do the Nisos again. Nisos is an interesting green vein schlong of a ship. Let's get that joke out of the way now. You start with a slug, a Zoltan, and dual lasers, which is one of my favorite weapons in the game. 2 shots for 1 power, yes please. But it also, I had struggled with this ship a bit before because it has some venting issues, where the weapon loadout is and everything is all kind of weird. But we're just going to call this Train in Vein. Yeah, that's right, Vane. Did I spell it incorrectly? Yes, for the song I did, but you know what, I don't really care at this point. We're just going to get started. It's kind of a joke to me just to make someone rage with spelling. I don't know. But yeah, here's our ship. It's the same Federation ship you know and love. It has an artillery beam, and as I was informed before from some great viewers, you actually do not get to have cloaking with your artillery beam here. So we don't want the slug there, we actually want our slug in the engines, and we want our Zoltan in the weapons room if at all possible. So what we're going to do here pretty much is just try and get started, see if we can take advantage of some interesting venting loadouts here, try to avoid the doors, but we're going to play this very tanky. Try and use the artillery beam to its advantage, which means this could be a slower run, but once again, I'm out for the win, not for the high score. So with the slug, we do actually get to see who's on board, which is great. I have dual lasers, which is good. They do have a system repair drone, which sucks a little bit. But pretty much I'm going to be firing the Lido missile first to try and take out their shields. I don't have a ton of missiles. But good, I was able to take out their weapons before they could actually fire on me. And it looks like, I don't think there's a system repair drone actually doing this, so maybe that's an anti-personnel drone. Well, unfortunately, they're master dodgers. So we'll see. The artillery beam does pierce shields, and this does start with a level 2 artillery beam. So, wow, they're the dodge masters apparently. As long as they don't fire on me too hard. It looks like the artillery beam is going to get to do some damage though. Damn, what the hell? Alright, took out that again at least. So if I can actually hit this time, and now that there's no pilot, I should be able to. There we go. Bad luck at the start, but maybe that means there's going to be good luck later. So we actually got kind of a big loot pinata there. I'm going to be going for level 2 shields first. So let me go ahead and add that. And then I'm going to go for level 2 doors. Doors are especially important in the Nisos. Just because of the way the ship is loaded out, there's not a lot of places to go. Like in the Federation A, oh god, this is a very terrible ship with its attack drone. In fact, I'm probably going to try and take out their drone control before their heavy laser. If at all possible. Because that's just bad. This would be a fight where I'd love to have level 2 shields already. Oh, my engines are hit too, so I can't dodge. So let's see. I may have to... Oh my god, I can't... Okay. At least I managed to take something down. I don't want to have to use another missile here if I can avoid it. There we go. If I can just keep that drone control down, I don't mind taking a little longer. I'm going to save my missiles as much as possible. It's a lot like the Zoltan A. You don't want to use your Lido missile to do anything other than take out systems, because it does no damage, and it's going to be very replaceable. Pretty much all it's good for is, hey, it's a 1 power missile. Oh, we get a fire beam early. That actually opens up some fun possibilities, and we get another quest. So fire beam, that's actually something that could work very well with the dual lasers. I could start to set a lot of things on fire. I don't have rock people on my ship, but that's a good way to knock down systems as well. Because fire is fun to play with. I remember when I was starting this game, I totally didn't understand just how good fire can be. But it's good to have. So there we go. Now we can swap to level 2 shields as needed. We could have avoided 2 damage that fight if we had level 2 shields. So what's next? Finally, after months of waiting, someone has fallen into our trap. Oh my god, a burst laser too. So we are going to go ahead and what did I say we're going to do? Get some shields up. go ahead and might as well keep some dodge chance as well. So we want to take out their weapon system ASAP. Unfortunately, my tiny weapons are not going to be able to do much damage, especially with the shields being hurt. Alright. Let's have you repair that fast. Okay, can we knock it down? Can we? Oh. Well, you know, that's better than the alternative. Come on. There we go. I will let that pike beam stay up for a long time. So there we go. That's not what we want. We don't want the burst laser coming back. Artillery beam's gonna fortunately clean up, so already a better game than last time. Unfortunately, we are eating through missiles pretty hard here. So let's get level 2 doors. We want that first, then we're going to upgrade our reactor. I don't think we have any good stores yet. We do have a quest marker to get to, though, so let's play in the nebula a little bit. That's not the kind of start you want. It's here, and you see briefly illuminated by the lightning. Manually search the wreckage for survivors and equipment. I have had too many crew die on there, so I'm going to do the less risky play. I don't want to lose crew right away here, especially in a system like this, where I do have what I would call a promising start. I mean, I could Lido and Fire Beam the crap out of stuff. So there's a store. I don't know if that store is going to do me a ton of good here, but we'll see. And now we have 2 of these in a row, 2 ion storms. So we're going to try and take out their weapons and see if we can just avoid some damage here. Unfortunately, it looks like we are going to take 1 hit. Let me actually depower the oxygen to increase our dodge as much as possible. So we actually don't need shields here. And I'm still paused, so maybe I can take out the missile launcher, maybe I can't. So they have a Lido as well, and I hit them and didn't take it out. They hit me and did 1 damage. So there we go. Now they have no weapons. So we don't need to fire another missile. We just need to let our artillery beam work and see if we can take down their shields. I have 5 missiles left, which means I gotta find a way to transition one way or another. Maybe to dual laser fire beam and save the Lido for when I need it. But I mean, all in all, not a terrible start. The artillery beam at level 2 early on is doing me a lot more favors, especially if I can get my oxygen back up. There we go, they're trying to power their FTL, that's too bad. Oh wow, they actually have 1 life left. Not what I expected. So yeah, that is 2 ion storms in a row. But we do get 1 missile from that. Hooray! We're not doing anything sustainable right now. Maybe I should go ahead and get another weapon power. I don't know. But for now we're gonna jump as our oxygen's going back up pretty decently. So right now it does look like we do have some time to play with things. And is this a 3rd ion storm in a row? This is 3 in a row. This is just a waking nightmare, as it were. So here we go. They fortunately do not have shields. So if I can take out their weapon systems early, that'd be awesome. I think they're going to get 1 missile shot off, though. And of course it goes right in the weapons room. But they can do whatever they want after that. Because at least Adnan is going to repair this just a little bit. And hopefully I can get 1 shot off here before this thing either tries to escape or tries to go, oh no, my door control is taken out. There we go. I don't think my artillery beam is going to get a shot off, so let's go ahead and repair you. Let's go ahead and get some air back in here again. So I'm not used to seeing that many ion storms all in one go. And just the cleanup artillery beam there, easy fight. Didn't even need to use missiles. We're not connected to the store, we are connected to the quest marker though. And I could try and play it goofy and go down here and try and work my way around. The only problem is that, well, I do have plenty of fuel, because I'm pretty sure the only way to get back and forth is from up there. So let me go here, and then I'll make my jumps and just go up here, cut my losses. Exit this sector a little earlier than I'd like. And what do you know, not an ion storm, just a drone that is trying to escape. And see, the fire beam, what I've run into in the past, as you may be aware, is that the fire beam doesn't do good if you keep facing a lot of these guys. So that's kind of what you don't want to do if you can avoid it. Let's see if I can Lido this. Unfortunately, I didn't stop their charging, so kind of mission failed on both fronts. And my door control is going ouchie. There we go. I don't mind spending 2 missiles on that. Probably not worth it, but I just don't want this guy to run away. Because my artillery beam's fast, but it's not that fast. And you can see the dual lasers already kind of having a little bit less effect than I'd like. You can see if there's one disadvantage the fire beam has to this build is that it's a little slow. I can actually get a few dual laser shots off before. So there we go. 2 stores, 40 scrap. I don't think it's worth it. I'm just going to go up here and I'm going to go and try and hit all these nodes up top. Because Sector 1, you can get good things in stores, but with 40 scrap, that kind of limits the amount of good stuff I can get. So let's see here. 2 fuel, 1 drone parts, and 14 scrap. That's very nice of them. So here we go. I don't know if these areas are connected, and this is part of the episode where I say, yes, there is a setting you can do in the options to show you the minimap, show you if I put something here, it'll show me what nodes are connected, but I don't have that on because it's just more interesting for me to play like this. Disclosure statement, over. Even though it is a good setting for people to know who may not be as familiar with the game, it's a good way to learn it. I used to play with it. And intervene, time to kill this guy, and since he's not trying to fly away, we're going to go back to our normal strategy of Lidoing once and trying to take out the weapons immediately after. There we go. Oh, I actually managed to shoot down the bomb before it did. I'm glad I timed that well. That looked like a system bomb too, and it would help if I actually had somebody on the engines here. So yeah, this is going to be a good cleanup fight. Sitting on 50 scrap. Not bad at all. So just one more shot. Like I said, you gotta just kind of take your time here. In later fights where I can't do as much damage early, that's going to be a key part of it. So let's see here. More scrap. I guess the only thing I really need to watch out for now, I'm going to try and carry this. I can't actually jump to that sector, so that jump right there was a little bit of a waste. You could go to the NG sector or the pirate sector. Pirate sector is full of auto drones, which I don't really feel like facing, and either way we're going to be going into a lot of nebula. So we'll go to the NG sector. Might be able to pick up another crewman. That's not terrible if I can do that. Maybe if there's an early store, I can do something, because I can tank through a lot of stuff here. I'm going to want to get some more weapons though. So let's actually go ahead and give ourselves some weapon power and some reactor power. And I'm going to trying to start with the fire beam. If I can make it work, I'll switch to the Lido if need be, just to soften up the ship early. Excuse me. Don't know where that came from at all. Let's see here. Oh, let's see here. Distress call, attacked by pirates. Mantis most likely. There may be alive left on board. You know what? I was saying before, let's not risk it. Let's risk it. And let's see here. The station is overloading. They're running out of time. Let's save the NG. And oh boy, one of your crew valiant grabs the NG and throws it into the airlock. So I killed one of my crew. I killed my pilot. Oh, that was a noble sacrifice. So now I have an NG on the comm, so I'll want to replace that. That's a little weird, having a non-human crew on a Federation ship. But I'll be honest, as terrible and racist as it is to say maybe, if there is someone I wouldn't mind ditching, it's the human. So here we go, Dread Pirate Tuco on his slug-light cruiser. And that's a very scary slug-light cruiser, actually. Let's go ahead and have the Lido powered up first. I do have some spare power here. The reason I have the Lido powered up first is because my dual lasers won't do damage if I don't do damage to the shield. I don't know why I suddenly have not enough power, probably because I hit the wrong hotkey. So let's see here. One shield down. There we go. Burst laser down. Now the problem is that with the Lido missile being used, I'm actually not really going to be able to power my fire beam at the same time. But I mean, I have it. And like I said, my bigger goal here is just to try and tank damage as best I can. Actually, I'm going to shut down the Lido in case I do need the fire beam. They're going balls to the walls trying to repair these shields because they know what's up. But my artillery beam is going to take out Mr. Tuco here in just a second. Maybe not. There we go. Tough fight. Tough fight. But 2 missiles and some scrap. So there's the store we've been looking for. I just said there's the store we've been looking for. My southern. I've noticed listening to some of my replays that my southern comes out very weird places sometimes. So here we go. Their FTL is charging. That means sorry Firebeam, we're not using you again. We want some faster shooting things. Once I can get the Lido switched out with something else, I can start thinking Firebeam. But so let's see. Let's go ahead and try and take out the shields, and this weapon loadout can actually do some damage. Unfortunately, I did fire my dual lasers just a touch too early, and now I have no air. So let's see. So I don't like using that many missiles, but... Okay, that's a system bomb, so I'm not too worried about it hitting things unless it hits my weapons room. So I guess we're just going to be focus firing down this room. Because they're med-bang themselves now. And now the cockpit's out, and that actually did a lot of damage to Nathan as well. Artillery beam did some work too, so fire beam's not going to have a chance to activate, so right now it's not really the star of the show I was hoping it would be. But that's okay. Who needs healing? Just going to do that real quick just to switch our power around. Yeah. Not bad at all. I have 63 scrap. That's enough to do to put a dent in the store, but I'm going to go up here, see if I can push one more time. Because if there is a good weapon, I want to be able to afford it. Actually, 6 fuel for 12 scrap's really good. We'll buy it. 51 scrap's enough to buy a lot of things, especially when there are 2 stores to choose from. Let's see here. This first store, am I going to kick myself? Automated reloader's good, but not great. It'll let my dual laser fire faster, but I'm not going to get it. There's higher priority things. Even though 15% higher rate of fire does significantly affect your damage, here we go. Hull laser, hull beam, ion bomb, and another automated reloader. This is more the kind of store I was looking for. So let's see here. I can get rid of the Lido missiles. It's probably a good idea for me to get rid of the fire beam just so I can use the hull laser. As much as I want to get the ion bomb as well, I just don't have the scrap for it. If I hadn't bought that 6 fuel, I could have sold the Lido, kept the fire beam, and had the dual lasers. But to be honest, they're just not firing super fast together. So fire beam, you're nice, but you gotta know in this game when to cut your losses sometimes. Let's see here. So hull laser, hull laser. So yeah, I will hold on to the Lido for now, just because sometimes having an extra missile launcher is gonna be nice. But hopefully I can switch it out for something like an ion bomb later on, because we are going to be playing this a little tanky, but now I do have 4 laser shots. So that's really, really nice. The dual laser is a weapon that can carry you through the end of the game. And now I'm feeling a little better about how I'm doing with the Nisos. I'm just trying to... Whoa. Federation encrypted signals broadcasting from a nearby planet. Let's send an away team to investigate, and look at this. You find a hidden Federation outpost, and they say, quick, we just got word from a sister outpost that they've been discovered by the rebels and are under attack. You still loyal to the Federation, save them. We get a drone recovery arm. So we may be going for a drone boat this game. The Federation cruiser gets 2 drone boats, but considering we can't do cloaking, drones are actually stronger here, and that drone recovery arm can really play into that. So let's see here. We get another quest marker down here. Let's go and hit it since it's the next jump. Because we're supposed to save these people fast. You arrive to see small outpost being bombarded by an automated drone. This must be the Federation base you're told about. He's cloaking. Fortunately, I can just open fire on him. Another nice thing, the dual laser and hull laser actually have very similar rates of fire. So I'm going to try and take out their weapons and cloaking ASAP. And I manage one. Can I take out their cloaking? There we go. That is just a single shot. Oh, it's a 2-shot laser. So he can't actually hurt me right now. And the whole weapon here should be able to save the day. And look at how much damage I've been able to do, and look at where my artillery beam is. Artillery beam is good, don't get me wrong, and we get all kinds of stuff. And we'll have the station drones patch up your ship, so we actually got free repairs that we don't need as well. I have not had this successful of a time in a while, so I have 81 scrap. I'm actually almost inclined just... Oh, we actually got another crew member too, sweet. So, human, you take the comm. Nathan is going to be on shields, and that way he can repair weapons super fast if needed. So we're back to 4 crew, thanks O'Regan or O'Regan. I'm going to save my 80 scrap just because if there's a store in the next sector, I'd like to be able to use it, and for Sector 2 the ship is pretty strong. So we get a pirate, we're going to make them surrender their goods perhaps. They do have a missile launcher, so... And they have a boarding drone. Shit. Boarding drone who apparently, for some godforsaken reason, wants to fight in the medbay. You know what? If you really want to fight in the medbay, that's fine. I will send an NG in there to tickle you to death. Maybe. As long as... Okay, so he did hit my weapon system. That sucks. But we'll repair that fast enough. So, dual lasers. Do your thing. I may not be able to beat this guy in time. Yeah, I may not be able to do that. Let's get the Lido back up at least. Actually see if we can do some damage here. So, that guy's healing. Taking some hits. Delay their FTL. See if I can stop their missile launcher. That's good. I didn't do it though. Didn't do what I need to do. Oxygen's out. It's kind of like, hey, this is FTL. What else is new? Artillery beam doing its thing. That's a lot of damage all at once. So there we go. I had to use a few missiles here, but it's better to delay them than not. So come on, 2 hits. Do it. Ah! Okay, managed to delay him one more time. Just gotta get this last dual laser shot in. Actually get the whole laser up in here too. Okay, so there we go. 17 and nothing useful. So apparently they'd already kind of been wiped out. Let's get our oxygen repaired in a hurry. And we'll get Aiden in here to kind of do his thing. So yeah, there we go. Pretty simple stuff. Funny to have the tiniest happy people that do the least damage being the ones to handle the boarding drone, but that's kind of what happens sometimes. So as soon as these guys heal up, we'll jump to the next sector. Overall, pretty successful so far. I like the level 2 artillery beam on the ship, and now that I know that you can't get cloaking, I'm just prepping my game for without it. The last time I played the Federation ship, you may remember, I did actually win with it, but I could have actually got one more jump. But I did sit for a long time with a bunch of scrap, just hoping that I could get through. So let's see, we're going to go into... Let's go into the Uncharted Nebula. I don't feel like I do nebulas enough sometimes, so we'll do this here. And if there's an early store, we'll jump to it. There's not, so let's go ahead and reinvest into our ship. Let's see, what do we want? Another level in the artillery beam could be choice. Level 2 scanners I don't really need because I have the slug crew member, but I do need because I don't want to get turned around. So let's see. Let's up our weapon power once, let's up this once, and then I'll up my engines once. Probably. Now I can fire the Lido and these things and give myself a health buffer for the hull laser. So, I have a good loadout. Let's see if I can do something with it. So let's see here. We are currently flying through. There won't be a next time open fire. We're about to get boarded. Yay, where are we getting boarded? So once again, for some reason you guys really want to fight me in the med bay. That's okay. We can play that way. And what are we going to take out from the med bay? They actually have 2 missiles. That's a little scary. So we'll take out our oxygen production for now and try and remember to take care of it later. So there we go. See if we can take down their shields once. Oh, take down their weapon system. That's probably more important. Oh, that's a lot of missile fire. And I think my cockpit's on fire too, which somehow felt really wrong to say out loud. But I think I'll be okay. Don't really need another Lido here. Actually, probably need my Engie to come over here and repair. Unfortunately, that means my Zoltan could be out-damaged by these guys. There we go. Just want to keep their weapon systems down as much as possible. I'm going to go ahead and put O2 back in my ship. So there we go. They're going back on board. Thank you. Thank you. The hull beam is doing fantastic for me today because I'm playing a little bit more of a tanky, slower thing, just trying to do damage. Not the hull beam, the artillery beam. Because it shoots a wide arc, it shoots fast. And it made a big difference there, that fight. So maybe getting it to level 3 will make even more of a difference. But I do have plenty of fuel. I do have a good amount of scrap. Let me just go ahead and if we don't have a store nearby, we don't. Just go ahead and get this. My next upgrade will be the artillery beam, I think. And Nathan's not at full health, so let's fix that and we will move on. So nothing like sicking your Zoltan and Engie on your Mantis borders, but they should really know the layout of the ship and say, hey, it's a 2-person med bay. Maybe we should fight somewhere else. So let's go. Let's see how we can do here. Oh, another ion storm. Here we go. And an automated rebel scout station moves into attack. It's an ion storm, so it's going to hurt them as well. I don't really want to fight it, though, so let's get out of here. Actually, my scanners got hit by a missile at some point. Fortunately, my damage scanners, I don't have to actually have them fixed. Good to know. So let's see here. Just try and get a few more jumps in. And then we will... I don't know if we'll get to the exit. Maybe we'll just do this fight and we'll call this an episode and continue next time. But how many plasma storms am I hitting here? Let's see here. Whatever life form you are, we find you repugnant. We seek no aid. Leave now. They have a halberd beam. Fuck them. Let's kill them. It's outer space time. We're going to kill you. Actually, their halberd beam isn't even up. So my artillery beam is up. If that's a single shot laser, and it might not be. Actually, I think it is not. We'll check here real quick. Yeah, if that's a dual laser, I'll just let them do this and not be able to hurt me. There we go. Take out their piloting first, then I'm going to take out their weapons. Because if they can only power the dual laser here, that means they definitely can't reroute power to the halberd beam, but I don't want them to even have the idea that that's an option. So let's see here. Probably should be starting to do some extra hull damage instead. That's it. Swing and a miss. So let's see here. I want to time these at around the same time. If we can. There we go. Take them out, and oh my god, we need to breathe. We need air. There we go. So, let's go ahead and call that an episode here. We're going to pick up next time in the middle of this Uncharted Nebula and see how much further we could make it. So far, so good on the train in vein, like a mineral vein, essentially. So, that's all for now. Here's think of whatever catchphrase you want on the way out. This is Way to Fail with Faster Than Light. I'll see you next time.